This Meditainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
Established in April 2021, Upland Development United is the oldest and most exclusive and transparent no development collaborative in the Upland Metaverse. Contact Morcheese at 68 for more information. Warning! This podcast is produced by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and contains unsolicited and heavily biased opinions which are solely the views of the individuals involved. It does not include investment advice of any kind, and you are responsible for undertaking your own financial, including tax liability research relevant to your own individual circumstances.
Taking over the Upland. Upland Development United. Total meta domination.
Oh, jeez. That's a shame. G'day and thank you for listening to or watching the UDU Podcast. This is U2 number 84, presented by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment, Morcheese, and me, Ben68, featuring co-hosts Upland Puppet, although he's away today, Dak, Joe Lives, the agency, aka Rob, members from the Upland Development United team, and general Upland community members. So we got a sponsor this week.
Ooh.
Let me just bring that up while I run the speelage. So today's show is sponsored by UPA, which is the Upland Property Advisors, home of the Hollis in Queens and Sunrise in Vegas nodes. Upland Property Advisors is a Discord server project, and they're on a mission to help Upland players share Spark to construct properties and promote community growth in UPA-sanctioned nodes. The UPA's automated Spark train lets members build anywhere in Upland with no UPEX fees and no minimum Spark requirements. So it seems like they're not just doing in the nodes, they're going to build everywhere. Join the UPA's Discord server for more information, and of course the link is in the description. So yes, we had Mesme on the Wine and Cheese show, and she gives a bit of a heads up about that. So thank you guys. Make sure you check them out. Give them some support, show them some love. Today's show is recording live on either Tuesday the 10th or Wednesday the 11th of January, depending on where you're at. And I guess it's kind of my 3-year anniversary show as I begin my 4th year in Upland on the 13th. So yes, round of applause for me.
Yay.
No? Okay.
No.
Moving on. How are you doing this morning, Cheese?
I'm good. I'm the first Tuesday morning, I'm actually kind of raw, energetic, you know?
Yeah, you're like, normally I'm saying, hey, where are you? And you're like, hit me, where's the link?
I'm like, what are we doing this today, huh?
Keen. Yes, that's good. All right. Thanks, everyone, for rushing through last week's show with me. I managed to make it to work on time, but we're back to a more chilled vibe this week. Today, we'll catch up on the contemporary crypto and Upland news and events, running through some of the highs and lows from the week that was and will be in and around the Upland Metaverse, and going through our co-host segments. A reminder that we still have positions available for co-hosts to cover the Block Explorer and Legit's economies. And there's also a paid spot there for a video clips editor. We'll be taking a look at the 2023 prediction survey results we put together for last week. And we'll be giving away 25,000 UPEX from that, because I believe we had 77 entries. So just as well, I didn't say, you know, we'll max it out to however many we get. So yeah, the max there was 25,000. So we'll give that away. We've got some important details for the next massive Samurai Aquatics and Decor sales waves that are rolling in on Saturday, the 21st of January PT time. And just like every week, one of our live participants will have their shot at the 1 million UPEX wheels. And surely you know how to get yourself in the running for that by now. Anybody? How do you get involved in the 1 million UPEX wheels? Nobody?
Stay in the podcast and repeat your phrase if you remember to give us a phrase.
Yes, otherwise it costs me double. Yes, that's right. And today we'll also be giving away not one, but 2 Samurai Aquatics outdoor decor items as donated to us by the one and only Kevin Loter, or as we like to call him, Fluky Freddy. If you don't know why He's named Fluky Freddy. Go and watch the recent Christmas show podcast. He cleaned up. Those will be given away via 2 additional rolls of the Who's Going to Play the 1 Million UpX wheel. So make sure if you're on live, stick around for that, because as we've proven, if you ain't here when your name drops for the big prizes, you ain't getting diddly squat, matey. R.I.P. Finsky, my beloved brother from another mother and father. So yes, Finn, man, was on the receiving end of that. So yes, we've got a whole bunch of prizes to give away, UpX, and yeah, those 2 Samurai Aquatics and Decor items. So yes, as I said, if you're in the Zoom, stick around if you can. All right, let's get stuck into the breaking badly news and take a quick look at what's happening in some of the crypto and upland markets. And Cheese, you must be rubbing your hands together. I think you might have this bet in the bag.
Oh, do I?
Not yet. We still got a few days, but yes, it's looking pretty good.
Oh, yeah. All right. I didn't know what you were talking about, but yeah, I told you, duh. Come
A
on.
lot of green on the board. So yeah, crypto market cap, we're up 5.7% this week to 853 billion. And it looks like everybody's kind of hedging their bets on these shit coins. The Bitcoin dominance has dropped from 39.8% to 39.1%. And yeah, that's reflected in the markets that we cover. Green everywhere except for Tron. It's down a fraction. Some big jumpers. Oh, sorry, what were you going to say?
I was gonna say, look at Solana and ETH. Like those
Yep.
are like powerhouses right now.
Yeah, so Bitcoin's up almost 4% now, just over 17,000. What do we got? So yeah, Ethereum's up 9.2%, 1,330. Big jumpers, Solana was just under $13 last week, just over $16 this week. And Cardano ADA's up was 25 cents last week, up to 31 cents this week. And AVAX has had a 9.8% jump. And look at your Shiba too, up 11.6%. Don't ask me what the figures are there. It's 0.0000 something.
Don't be a hater.
Hey, I got a bag. You convinced me. I'm
Oh, nice. Woo.
I'm going to stack. I don't know. It's so cheap. I'll probably get 10, 20 million. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Not financial advice. Yada, yada, yada. Do your own research.
You froze at that point. They could use that against us, not financial advice.
Do your own research. Yada, yada. Yeah, so
Oh.
it's interesting that Ripple hasn't moved. It's flat at 34 cents, where everything else, at least that we covers, kicking off. Polygon's up 8.3%. Even Engines had a boost. So no, that's looking pretty good. But like I said, I think I covered that in the One and Chi show, wasn't it? I think I'm just going to keep dollar cost averaging every single day while that global crypto market cap is under 1 trillion.
Mm-hmm. Jack has to use the bathroom there. He has like
all that pre-show bathroom talk is
So
tricky.
so I will say I'm just going to say I think the wax growth is attributed to Avalon the Druids going live with Alpha. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, yeah, that's up
No.
12.5%. Could do, you never know. I certainly blew my wax budget out last week. I was in a bit of a funk and I went on a NFT buying splurge and completely maxed out mine. So when we get the NFT news up here with Rob and Joe in a second, I'm not going to FOMO because I can't. I've got nothing. Right. In Upland news, the 90-day average transaction volumes, these figures just keep dropping. Like it's 5% nearly every single week. So the transaction volume's down 7.1%. The trading volume's down 5.4%. The unique active wallets on DApp Radar, it's down a fraction, but not much. And I got a different thing to look at there today, thanks to upxland.me. So this is just looking at the overview. If you go over there and go to properties and then overview, it spits out some nice data there. So we've currently got 421,000 unminted properties in Upland, which is quite a lot. And we know Buenos Aires is on the way, so I don't know how many that'll include, but I expect it'll be a fair bit.
Well, I have something to say. I mean,
I got something to say.
we can't say
We won't say the rest. High five.
That was 400,000, but it only equated to 11% of available properties.
Yes, absolutely.
I
I don't know.
So I don't think 2023 has officially started yet for Upland.
No, they're still on
Like-
holidays, aren't they?
Well, I'm not that. I think, there's been a lot of kerfuffle happening, and they haven't really been able to really put anything cool out yet. I think once that happens, I feel like it's just gonna kind of come out like a geyser. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Geyser. I think once everything settles down and everything is calm and there's no mistakes happening or things they have to fix,
Oh,
I
look at
think
Cheese.
that's gonna pick up. I mean, it's 2023, man. Like nothing has been said yet,
You heard it here first. Cheese has predicted 2023 is the year of the glorious interns, not the infamous interns.
the glorious geyser.
There you go.
My lord George.
All right. Upland markets, yeah, it's kind of all over the place, isn't it? San Francisco's, what are we? We're down on the US, down on the UPEX. Manhattan's had a pretty decent jump on the UPX price, was 79,500 last week, just under 82,000. And it's kind of priced me out. I was buying the floor for UPEX and flipping for US dollars, but 81,000, that's kind of the arbitrage difference there is getting kind of a bit ouchy. So I've kind of stopped there for a second. Chicago's had a bit of a boost on the USD floor, was $3 last week, back to $3.50, and dropped a bit on the UPEX floor because I think I listed 50 properties. So that's my price there, 5,968, I believe. And where else? Oh, look at LA. Somebody's gobbled up the USD floor there, was $3.50 last week, up to $4.47, 21.7% jump. Everything else is pretty flat or a bit all over the place. Anything sticking out? Bronx.
No.
Bronx has had a hit. Look, somebody's selling the floor there, down 14% and 8.5%. Flat in Rio, pretty flat in Santa Clara. Yeah, so I kind of moved my UPX to USD flipping to Santa Clara.
Why
personally.
is Santa Clara so expensive?
It's like Rutherford. I'm sure if we covered Rutherford in the stats, it'd be pretty similar, just because it's such low supply. And I think it helps too when there's only a couple of collections in the city, people naturally gonna want to get those. So that's the floor. So interesting. What do we get? I'm just catching up on chat. I think we should track Gala on the crypto chart. What's that? The cryptocurrency? All right, I'll check that out. Somebody remind me through the week and I'll have a look at that. So that's what's happening there. Over to you, Cheese. What's been happening in Upland this week? Not a lot by the sounds of it.
So much. Where's Uplando? No, I'm just kidding. So Carnival ornament.
That was evil.
Too soon.
Soon. I'm the devil. Carnival ornament contest has ended last night or yesterday morning, whichever it was. I saw some amazing entries, especially from D-Tech, such an amazing artist. I got to toot his horn. I do hope that, like, for those who waited for the last minute to submit their stuff, that it was actually last night.
Yes.
And also there's a lot of talk in the ornament chat that they're trying to get three ornaments per building, like they did for Christmas and Halloween. But as of now, it's going to be one. Lizette actually did respond back saying that she'll submit the feedback because she's awesome. And hopefully, we can see more community created stuff. That would be amazing. Let's hope for the best. Revisions end on the 16th, and shortly after that, they will announce community voting when it will begin. Upland surveys went out. Some said they didn't receive them. I received one and made sure to fill it out the best I can. I like the survey. It was long, but not too annoying. I would like to see more of these going forward. I know some people didn't have a good opportunity. Some people didn't have a good, how do you say, Mesme didn't have something good. You
To
mentioned
say, yeah, there was also a couple of times where the options didn't cover what I needed, and there was no other, so I just picked some random thing. It seemed like they're fishing for our data. They're going like Mark Zuckerberg. They're trying to fish our data. Like, how
They could
old are
take my
you?
data. They could take
Blah, blah,
it.
blah.
I will give it to you. Ask me questions. I'll give you anything you want.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of. I don't really know what the point of it was. It seems like it was trying to just get a snapshot of the user base for some back-end use. I don't know what it was. There wasn't really much. I don't know. It didn't seem like there was a lot of meat on the bone. I guess
Well,
that's the way to say it.
They wanted to see what people were excited about. Like, I know they had this one thing where they were like, how are you participating in this? How excited are you for this? Will you do it in the future? I guess to gauge how interested people are in certain aspects of the game.
Yeah.
Yada yada. But I don't know. I liked it. I mean,
Yeah, they might be looking to see what functionality can be sunsetted. Like, are people doing treasure hunting? Is that still a thing?
yeah.
Yes. And Goldie has mentioned a thing in chat. Yes, it was very ageist. I noticed that too. It was 35 and above. I'm like, hello. Yeah.
Fun.
There's a few
Most
other
of the players
categories.
are much older than 35.
Have something for us 40-year-olds or 50-year-olds.
Thank you.
Yes. That definitely stuck out. So
So in Upland gossip news, UVU was in Vegas the same time Dirk was speaking at the CES 2023 on the Gaming to Lead into the Metaverse panel. So from what I believe, UVU was able to catch him on his way out of this panel discussion and asked him a few questions, more than a few questions. I caught the tail end of it. I know Metaverse or Buck recorded it and may post it. Hopefully, things will be okay with. I thought it was a good interview, personally. He seemed like he was in a rush. Of course, he's busy. He had a lot of things to do. UVU asked some good questions, and hopefully maybe, he turns that into the Upland team and they kind of okay it and he puts it out.
what was I haven't checked that yet. Did it get posted anywhere?
I don't think he posted it anywhere yet.
And go ahead, Shelter.
I'm sorry. Oh, you can hear me? I unmuted my phone hoping I could talk. I didn't know you could hear me. Okay, cool. You talking to UV about this, I know for sure that we are not going to post the link to the recording.
Okay.
But UV is going to do like a cliff notes of the interview and open that to anybody who wants to join and come listen to his explanation of what happened.
Okay.
He feels comfortable doing that. He doesn't feel comfortable releasing the audio to anybody because he feels like even if I play it, but don't let anyone have the link, like I feel like people could record it without my knowledge.
Yeah,
that doesn't feel safe. So,
All right. Thank you, Shelter. Thank you for that.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah, you got to respect that because it's if you look at it from what it sounds like, it sounds quite confrontational. But yeah, I think that's a good play to just put it out there with the bullet points. Nice one.
I'll try to figure out how to mute myself since I can.
I'll do it, mate. There you go.
And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for Upland. I'm still waiting for them to, put out some information, some new stuff for the new year.
Well,
I can't wait to what?
I was just going to say, we're hoping that we don't get too much out before we get this next Samurai Aquatics sale. We're hoping to squeeze that in before we get too much news like Buenos Aires and all that sort of stuff. So
True. Maybe they're doing us a favor. Maybe they're like, oh, Ben and Cheese and D-Tech have to get their stuff out. And maybe we shouldn't put anything out until that.
I'm sure that's on the whiteboard in the office.
Thank you, Upland.
Absolutely. Nice. Yes. Yeah, so sometimes it's a case of careful what you wish for. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we don't have the Upland puppet in today. He's off. So in that space, does anybody want to shout out their node on the spot?
Shout out your node.
Impromptu node report. Or we're going to
That's
move
right.
on.
Anyone got a node they want to shout out?
Well, you're not
Come
doing
on.
that freaking puppet again, are you?
I'm trying to do Upland puppet.
No. All right, moving on.
Oh,
Oh, hang on. Yep,
yeah,
go for it.
unmute me. Am I on there?
Yep, we can hear.
Sweet. This is Shelter again. Hey, Big Dollars and I want to really just invite you. If you've got property in Norwood Park, don't sell it.
Which one?
Norwood Park, Chicago. Don't sell your property, Big Ben 68. Don't sell it. Hold on to that stuff.
Send me a DM because I'm selling all sorts of stuff.
I know. Just all right. I'll tell you what ones to take off. Don't do Norwood Parks.
Yep. All right.
Because
Slap me with a DM and I'll sort it out.
Okay, cool.
No worries.
I might have to too.
Yes. I was actually going to reach out to you, and I think it's who does the Avalon. Who's that one? Is that Dace Jack?
Yes, and cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
that's the assassin.
You mean
Yeah.
Avondale?
Avalon. Yeah, Avalon. Is that it? Yeah, one of those ones anyway.
Avondale is Chicago. Avalon Park is Kansas City. Is that which one do you mean?
I don't know.
No.
There's so many.
Avalon Park is Chicago.
Avalon Park,
Avalon
Chicago.
Park is Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, there's two Avalon Parks. Very interesting.
Yes. Well, I am flipping like a fiend because I got a family trip to Japan to save a balance for. So yeah, but if I do know it's a project, yeah, just slap me with a DM and I'll put together a package deal or something like that. If you want a deal, now's the time to get one.
How about that?
How about that?
You heard it here, folks.
Absolutely.
Simulmenos. I
Okay,
hope
mute me
I said.
again, sorry.
Yeah,
You're
please
right.
mute yourself. Simulmenos. I hope I'm saying your name right. Gilded Gamer Node shout out. Congrats on their new track. Just wanted to give that.
Nice one. All right, so hopefully we'll have the puppet back next week. We'll see how he goes. Yes, Cheese did have an invisible puppet. I think we're over to you, Dak. Are you there, mate? What's happening? Oh, did I skip the
what?
I'm thinking node report. No, that's right. I thought I skipped Joe and then, but that's our usual format. You there, Dak?
Hey there.
Hey.
Greetings, everyone. So in racing, one of the things, so last week I talked about Elijah's Real Node LA and how he has the experience going in that one. This week we have Matsuda R and MMVM. They have announced the race and on their Discord. I shared the link with you, Ben, so if we can just post that to the summary when that's done. I know Matsuda and his team, they are building out a lot of different kinds of racing elements, from driving schools to having a racing team. They've been involved in several tracks, and now they're going to be hosting a race that will also take advantage of virtual spaces or a gallery type of experience like Elijah has in the Real Node LA. So for those that are looking for racing and racing experiences and want to use their new cars they got, except for Ben, sorry, Ben, check it out and go and see that. I do also feel bad for those that were the poor 50 or so that were unable to get their car and instead just got their UPX back. I know there were some folks that were very upset that they went and bought UPX to buy a car and then just had their UPX returned. That seemed to be the thing that burned people the most. Obviously, if you've actually spent money for an asset you really wanted and then all you get is like a consolation prize, that's never happy for anyone. So I'm sure it wasn't done on purpose, but again, it's not great for those 50 or so players that ended up the short end of that stick. Having said that, for everyone else who was able to get cars, there are a lot of more cars in the market space now, and hopefully you're able to take advantage of it. More cheese. Are you clear now? R's are better than E's.
Yes. And I was going to tell you, Ben has a car because he can always borrow mine if he wants to race.
There you go. The other thing that we're working on as well is the URL commissioners, We are working on defining what the 2023 season is going to be. We do not expect that, just having some conversations and talking to different folks, it seems that the idea of player generated tracks may be delayed a little bit more than I expected. So hopefully that'll be out soon, but that doesn't mean that we can't do some kind of race experience, especially now that, Gilded Gamers, for example, having their track being in the in Upland itself, that we can't do some kind of racing event. So we'll see what we can do. Hopefully Upland also does a couple more user submitted tracks that can get entered, and we get some more URL tracks in there. If there's other leagues out there that have tracks that have made it into Upland, let us know. I know, for example, Portage Park, while it's not exactly their URL sanctioned track, it is close enough that we could use the Portage Park track, we could use the Gilded Gamers track. So they're, for like doing a short season just to experiment with ranking point systems and so forth, we might take advantage of the tracks that Upland has. And then we are working on validating the statement I made last week, because I don't get to make the decisions. I just throw out crazy ideas of just using the S1s. And whether we're using S1 standard, S1Es, S1Rs, and so forth. So all of that is still being discussed and validated. It will be put up to a vote with the team principals in URL. And then the calendar for any kind of event will also be put up for ratification to the race commissioners in URL. Many of you who are here are race commissioners in URL.
Nice. And
that is about what we have.
Make sure you hit us up if you're looking for sponsors or something like that for giveaways and prizes. We'll definitely like to assist.
Great, thank you. And that's what I have for today. Over to you, Cheese.
And Dak, my E is better than any of your R's.
That's
I don't have an R. Thank you.
You don't have an R?
I have an E.
In the
I have an E. I
have an E and an R.
And I don't have an S1, so I won't be able to race in my own league, which
Jeez.
actually probably is fine, and I shouldn't anyway.
Cheese over here flexing on us.
Yeah, I know, right? Now, having said that, I have an S4, and I keep saying this, and Shelter, bring it back to the Detroit Rally League. I would love to race my S4 in DRL, so let me know.
Nice. All right, thank you, Dak. Yeah, make sure I got to get over there and catch up on events myself. All right, over to the boys for the NFT news. You there?
Yeah,
Dak,
absolutely.
Dak, you gonna twerk for us?
Oh, what a shame.
I'm not doing it if he won't.
You got it. You got it. Go on. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
My God.
Is Joe
You had
around?
that in gallery view, right?
I'm sorry, I was
did.
muted. My bad.
Okay.
All right, go
Okay.
ahead. We could do it again. Sorry.
Thanks.
That was just for the twerk. That was just for the twerk.
And before I get started, I gotta say, Cheese, I don't know if we started her singing career, but she did some amazing intros and outros for Goldie last night that were so good.
I thought I had my auto tune on for the outro, and I was singing very passionate.
You did great.
And it was
Yeah.
my voice. It was my voice. I thought
It
I
was
had
good.
to sing. Oh my gosh.
I was literally, after I got off, I was like, let's do it for the goal. It was in my head. You did great.
Let's give the gold hand.
Yeah. Okay, so welcome to the 17th edition of
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Nice.
I was gonna try to do a Russian accent, but it's
Oh, do
harder
it,
than
do
you
it.
think.
It is hard. It is hard.
No, I can't do it justice. But I do have a Funko heads up for
Ooh.
next Tuesday. That's January 17th, 11 a.m. PST. We have a Sid and Marty Croft Pictures Funko. So it's bringing your favorite Sid and Marty Croft pictures to digital pops. Old timer 1960s puppet show, a little bit before my time. It's a couple brothers who did puppeteering and really made a name for themselves. They worked with Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. Sid and Marty, it really brings the nostalgia to Funko Pops, which they always kind of pretty much do in my book.
Dude, doesn't that look like Marty the puppet? Upland Puppets puppet.
They're very similar. You know what? I didn't even think about that. This is like really hitting home for him. That's a really good point.
If he was on acid.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I sent Rob a link. There's an old show, Mr. Show, with Bob and David, which is like Better Call Saul guy, Bob Odenkirk and David Cross. And they do like a skit about that called the something Drugatusis, but it's like a play on that show, but it's hilarious.
Nice.
Anyways, okay, so Chair has a drop today, one at 2100 UTC or 1 p.m. California time. Now, Chair, this project, yeah, I admit I had to hate on it a little bit. There's been a lot of I've had many chances to cover it, and as I was like, oh my God, it's really just a bunch of chairs. Like, this is a shitty project. But
literally, look, camping poop chair. There you go.
Yeah, wouldn't you know? He's dropping a shit chair this Tuesday. So he won me over. I couldn't help thinking of that movie Idiocracy, where like in the first scene, he comes in and the guy's on like a lazy boy where he's pooping and watching TV and eating all at the same time. Anyways, yeah, this shit chair actually looks pretty good and kind of cool. A little bit more about the project and the artist. So after doing some research, this artist, so them like covering their face with chair painted gloves and a hat and the whole thing. I went to the YouTube, it's got no videos. But I have to give it to this guy or girl. They're super serious about chairs. And I had to sit down and take a look. And I have to admit, it's really cool to take such like a simple object and create so many different amazing versions of it. So sit back, relax, grab a chair. They're usually about 150 wax, and a lot of them are one-of-ones.
Nice. Well, on Saturday, 5 UTC or 9 a.m. California time, we have Roman punks. A little bit about them. It's the year 410 AD. The Visigoths are sacking the city of Rome. Roman punks is a retro-futuristic cyberpunk derivative world-building project inspired by fine art, history, and crypto-punk movement. A total of 1,000 Roman punk characters have been frozen in time and permanently minted on Ethereum, Wax, Polygon, Algorand blockchains. All images are drawn by hand by woman artist and co-founder Cleopatra. Gotta love that name. Without the aid of AI or generative tools. The basis for Roman punk lore and backstories is exhaustively researched by history science buff and co-founder Punctavian, which is kind of like Octavian, if you know Upland. Anyway, Roman punk characters are comprised of commoners and famous individuals based on Roman history, art history, and pop culture. I think this is a pretty interesting project, and kind of like zombies, I do get suckered into anything that I like, and so punk is included in that because that's something I enjoy. I love the play on words. Anyway, packs are a few bucks and have distinct contents, like a fighter pack, for example, and they have a really good utility for their NFTs, which is one of my favorite things is NFTs with utility. I wish some of the bigger gaming companies would adopt that concept of NFTs because honestly, they don't know what they're missing, really.
Right on. I agree. Okay, so the next thing is not a drop, but it is coming up, and it is news, and it is NFT related, and it is NFTopia. So NFTopia is taking over where Digicon left off. The amazing Waffles Kitty has taken what she's learned from working for Inverse, which is where the platform which DigiCon was hosted on, Splinterlands, and she was working obviously for DigiCon, and she created a new event called NFTopia. Rob and I have a booth there on January 20th through the 22nd, and Shaktilin and D-Tech are part of our amazing crew, and we'll be there farting around digitally. We would love for you all to come by and show some love and get some free swag as well. If you get in there, there's like almost all of the booths kind of have different cool stuff that they give out. Hopefully we will see more cheese wax and or MVE there with a booth as well. Please see the link in the video description. You can register and it'll send you a reminder at the time. I also wanted to plug an event that's going on in real life and in the Fourth Wall digital server on Discord, and it's happening tonight. It's an AI night for discussion, tutorials, and learning. We're getting a group of creators and enthusiasts and even haters of AI all together to discuss and learn together. Each Tuesday, we're going to explore new applications and websites, which there are already hundreds of them. We will make a group image or song or write or something written and make an NFT out of it for anyone who's at the event. And you'll receive a free copy if you want it in your wallet so you can learn and get some free stuff too. We totally already have some amazing people involved, and they're coming to learn and create together. And this is like ranging from professional video artists, producers, animators. Some of the group who I won't name have very legitimate real world credentials, like animating for the original Lord of the Rings movies, and people with stuff on Cartoon Networks, Adult Swim. Should be a great group of people and intellects to rub shoulders and neurons with. Plus, I hear Rob will be there, so that's all you really need to know, right?
Hey, I agree. And that concludes our 17th edition of
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Nice.
Thank you, Cheese.
Anytime,
you, Ben.
buddy.
No worries. All right, where are we up to? MV news and updates. The Wine and Cheese in the Metaverse show in episode 66. Yes, Dak kind of mentioned it. More Cheese helped me work through the emotional damage sustained from the oversold Metamotors fiasco and other Upland shenanigans that was all kicking off. Then we dived into some interesting Square Enix blockchain gaming and Animoca news. We oohed and ahed over the new room scanning and metaverse building tech that's available. There's also some interesting stuff happening with smart TVs and the metaverse. And then, of course, we dived into Apple's hot new AR and VR stuff that they've got kicked off. Kind of mind-blowing how they've come out from nowhere with some of the stuff they got together. And we also rubbed our greedy little hands together and giggled along to the Polygon Matic news. Anything else been happening in the NBA this week, Cheese? Apparently not. Be there, Cheese.
Sorry, I was muted. I laughed too much. Just, hanging out. I was live arting the Goldie for when he was on the Wine and Cheese. It's coming out really good. I'm doing it in a kind of Picasso-y kind of thing. Biggs and someone else I forgot was Zoe. I'll never forget you. Biggs and Zoe were watching me art him, and they were seeing it kind of come to life and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. I'll see if I do some more of that today or tomorrow.
Yeah, and you got the Mesme NFT went out through the week, I saw.
Yes.
Oh,
Did I send you yours?
I believe so, yes. That's how
okay, all right.
I found it. All right, Samurai Aquatics. Yeah, we're going to touch on some extra stuff a bit later in the show, but yeah, the showroom is currently still balked, and I had to spend way too many hours grinding through to move all the inventory onto the showroom via my laptop, which if you watched last week's Wine and Cheese show, you got a glimpse of how painful a process that is on my shitty old donkey. So yes, both of our large factories have now been inaugurated. The one in San Francisco is ready for us to move into after this next sales. And the one, where was the other one? Fresno, that's done too. So thanks to everybody who helped get those built out with Spark staking. And yeah, as I said, info about the next big sale coming up. We'll touch on that in a second here.
Here, you're becoming New York. Look at you.
Up in
The
here,
second
yes.
over here.
Wine of the week. Yeah, we already touched on that. I'm not going to go into it because I had a massive wine on the Wine and Cheese show. If you didn't see it, Emotional Damage. Yes, that was quite a good wine. So we'll just leave that. We'll just leave that as that, I think, unless anybody else has a wine. No. Puppies and Rainbows, wall to wall.
You guys should do the shows more.
What's that?
What was that?
We want more shows. Like
More
twice a week.
shows.
Oh gosh, that's too much.
Jesus.
Dad, look.
I need to win the lotto. Well, Cheese needs to win the lotto.
It's a plane.
Oh yeah, we can
Yes.
watch that. My wine, this is Shelter. I have a wine, and it's that Upland has lost player retention in that a little bit over the past 6 months, and that we've gone from around 50,000 daily active users in March or February 2022 to now around what I think was around 15K.
Well, you know
Um,
what? You know why? Because they got rid of a lot of the multi-accounters
Yes.
and they put a lot of the, KYC. And so like it in a way, I kind of see that as a win, to be fair.
It is a win. I agree. Yes. But like we still need to fix it. Like, right?
Well, I
it
mean,
was
yeah,
easier to
like
trade properties and all that stuff with all these multi-accounters. However, that said, like if we just had a lot more real accounts and places them with the successful launches of new cities like Buenos Aires coming up. Here's the question. What responsibility is it on us as MBE, as Buck, as DRL?
well,
as
I think you're
URL?
mistaking the wine of the week as a question time, which this is not. This
I mean,
is just
My
simply
wine is what
You
what
made
are
your
we gonna
wine.
do with this? What are we gonna do with this?
It's
What are we
just
gonna do
it's
with
the
this lower number count?
it's the
How are we gonna
beginning.
sell our properties? That's my wine.
Okay,
It's the
I'm just going
beginning
to
of
put
the
you on
year.
mute because we've got some horrendous feedback coming through from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a fair point. We've said that there needs to be a much more mainstream advertising push. We've covered that on the Wine and Cheese show, and the daily active waltz. What did we say? It was 65,000 over 7 days. I mean, that's not too bad. But yeah, there's definitely needs to be a big, mainstream media push. Like if you search news Upland, there's hardly anything. So we'd like to see Upland in the the general metaverse NFT news space pretty regularly. Like there is a lot going on. So how much of that is up to the community? How much of that is up to Upland? I guess Cheese is always, encouraging people to put articles out. So instead of just bemoaning, why don't we have all these active players? Well, think about what are you personally doing to help promote the game and that sort of thing. So maybe there's some articles that you can put together or that sort of thing. So yeah, I think, you can't expect to get spoon-fed everything. You've got to put some work in yourself. But yeah, there definitely needs to be a mainstream push from Upland. I'm sure we'll see something like that come through in 2023, but that's this year. And Dog, you got a wine. You're there, mate.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
buddy.
Okay. So my wine is for the all of the meta venture owners. Now, I don't know if this happened to the showrooms or not, but for the last 24 to 36 hours, accessing your shops has been crazy. Like I couldn't access my shop at all yesterday. And then today when I tried to log in, I got the spinning wheel of death again. And so I said something and it's supposed to get fixed. I guess it worked for a little bit last night, and then this morning it's happening again. So that's my wine.
Are you on mobile doing that, Dog? Or are you on desktop?
On both.
Yeah. See, I've had this problem with my showroom for, it's been over a month or more now, where I can't do anything. It just spinning wheel of death or it white screen crashes. So yeah, there's definitely something going on with MetaVentures on the back end, but like we're still, the MetaVentures are a better within the better. So, it's going to be a rocky road.
What's that movie?
I don't
The
know.
better, like, with the guy. All right, go on.
Yes. All right, win of the week. I've got. I had my the new Upland Development United merch come through, so I was whinging to Cheese about that, and then suddenly, what do you know? I came home from work, and there it was, the package. So, and I know Shaq, she got hers as well, so that was a bit of a win. And also, I've put down gnomes. Cheese, you moved over to Rio. I've since moved over to Rio, and I think I've got about 6 or so now.
Wow.
Yeah, the mad panic to buy up the gnomes has seemed to have dissipated, and I'm just kind of going over there and getting them whenever I want.
I got one right before the show.
Yeah, me too. So I haven't been doubling up. I've just been trying to build up the collection, and I'm trying to set up a little gnome cult circle. So if you want to check that out, it's on 74 Aqua Vista Way, which is my home address. So.
Someone did it already.
Did they? Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
so.
It looks really cool. I
Yes.
got one. Actually, I saw you there. I when I first got on the computer, I saw you there, and I'm like, is there any gnomes in there? And I go to check, and there was one gnome. She's like, I went over and I just bought it.
Yeah. So yeah, if you want to get a gnome, now's probably the time. That Dak said he gave up on gnomes. Yeah, so did I. I was like, oh, screw this. I don't know how many. I went to Rio 2 or 3 times, and I don't have the energy to be fighting people. But apparently now they're kind of sitting there for a while, so there's a much better chance. At the moment, UDU nodes, anything in particular happening in Bronxdale this week, Cheese?
Slowly but surely. We just finished the dues, and I didn't see anybody that had anything up really, so I put some on a couple of townhouses. So if you want me to go on to your build, you have to have your max spark in there.
Yep.
And then I'll pile 11 on it. So
nice. And I forgot to mention too, I should have mentioned at the start when we're doing the node segment, F and Smoke has dropped a couple of extra videos. I haven't had a chance to catch them myself, so get on over and check that out. They're always good value.
they're for the people.
Yeah,
I am
so good.
yes. So Midtown Terrace
Node life.
absolutely. So Midtown Terrace, we were at 82% built last week. We're currently at 82.4% and grinding slowly towards what will probably be our 2023 goal of 85%. Of course, when you get to the tail end, it's kind of tricky to get those last percentages done. I'm currently stacking on with 13 something spark to liquid emojis, nice row of properties. If you're in the UDU and you can help out there, jump into the MTU channel and yeah, get on to one of the liquids and help. Did you see through the week, El Nino had an extremely cheap built MTU property for sale. I kind of spammed it within the UDU and I resisted the urge to buy it for myself, and a non-UDU member ended up grabbing it and added a second one to their bag. So nicely done to them, and a bit of a missed opportunity to everybody else, because I don't think you're ever going to see, well, very rarely going to see prices that low, especially for built. Other UDU news, I am about to start a new contract with the UCC to finish building out the Chode node in Santa Clara. So thank you for Mass, who put together a quote for me yesterday, and I'll endeavor to get that started this week. All right, code phrase for the 1 million UpX wheels this week is 3 waves, 1 day. 3 waves, 1 day. And you're going to need that as your key to the 1 million UpX wheels. That'll all make sense a bit later on. All right, we're going to have a quick look at the 2023 prediction survey results. So this was the weekly challenge from last week. So the challenge was to put a submission in on the 2023 predictions Google form that we submitted, and there was going to be 1,000 UpX prize for every entry, up to a maximum of 25,000. And what did I say? I think we had 77 responses. So let me just see. Yeah, 77 responses to that. So thank you everybody who put a response in. So we'll have a quick look at this today, and I'm gonna put this in the vault, and we'll compare this, at the end of the year. So
Time capsule.
Yeah, like a time capsule, absolutely. So what will the Bitcoin price be on the 1st of January 2024? Looks like 20,000 to 30,000 is the major response, and then 10,000 to 20,000 is right behind it. Wax price, everybody's predicting between 5 and 10 cents. San Francisco UpX floor, the majority there have gone for 30,000 to 20,000 to 30,000. The San Francisco USD floor, ooh, that's a big $10 to $20. It's pretty 50% of the vote there. Manhattan UPX floor, that's what are we on that one? 75,000 to 100,000. Now that's interesting. The last time that floor crept up, Upland slapped it back down again. So it'd be interesting to see how they're going to react now. Haven't they? They've run out of New York boroughs, haven't they?
Yeah.
Are there any extensions they
I
can
mean,
do?
Long Island, but I don't know. I mean, I know Cody, Human Sim would be really happy for that one, but
What about over the river? Can they expand Rutherford or something like that? Or that's not really New York though, is it? I would never.
I don't know anything about Jersey.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, they could go to Yonkers. They could go to White Plains, like above the Bronx. That's pretty awesome area.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Why would they do that? There's no reason. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Well, I mean, it's better than Long Island, though.
They just don't like seeing that UPX price get up there for some reason. So it'd be interesting to see.
I would love Boston, though. Boston or Florida.
Yeah.
See how it pans out. So the USD floor price in Manhattan, that was a close one. So we're thinking about $50 to $60. And
really,
yeah, that's what it is.
That's
27.3%. Well, it should be, if you look at the UPX floor, they predicted what, 75,000 or 100,000. So yeah, it should be, 3/4 of that maybe. So it kind of makes sense. Kind of tracks. How many cities will be in Upland by the 1st of January? As of the 3rd of January 2023, there were 23 cities. And I only counted what's available in the collections tab. If you go to some of the data sites, there's way more cities that are listed, but some of them aren't true cities within the game. So we're predicting 30 to 35. So what's that? Another 7 to 10 cities this year we're expecting. I think that's probably pretty accurate. So there we go. And then the next one was, what will the standard property dividend rate be in Upland? So currently it's 14.7%. 41.6% of responders think that it's going to drop. I think it'll be less than 14%, 14.7, but more than 12%. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
27.3% reckon it's going to stay the same, and only 16.9% think it's going to be more than 14.7%. I mean, I'd love to see them raise a little bit just to put it out there. Why not? Round it off to 15. That'd be nice. See what happens. Unique active wallets, the prediction for that was 75,000 to 100,000. So that's interesting. What did I say? We're in the 65,000 range. So most people not expecting a major influx of new active wallets, which is interesting. Things that make you go, And what will be the highest net worth of an Upland player on the 1st of January? Most people are predicting, at the moment, we know that's Abdullah with about 3 billion UPX last time I checked. But of course, that doesn't include all of his legits and everything else. Who's to say, there's other people out there that are flush with cash. Abdullah might not have that crown for long. So we're predicting between 5 to 10 billion. I mean, Abdullah will get to 5 billion just on his dividends alone, I would imagine. So,
oh my gosh.
see how we go. So, and then that's interesting. 39% of people have not expecting it to move much beyond 3 to 5. So I'm very interested to track that. Like if a year ago, or maybe more, if you had said there's going to be somebody in the game worth 3 billion, you would have just thought they were on some kind of funky drugs. But yeah, that's a lot of cheddar.
You want crack, bro?
And the last one we did for the kind of percentage was, will Upland achieve consistent mainstream Web3 news coverage in 2023? 70% of people are glass half full and believe yes.
Yes.
30% believe no. So yeah, I don't know on that one myself. I guess that's all up to Upland and how they play it themselves. And then, of course, we had a number of different responses that people could fill in. What will be the greatest success story in Upland in 2023 from a developmental perspective? I'm not going to run through all of these, but there's some good ones. I will share these in, I'll probably share these in MBE I'll put a snapshot channel together, so we've got it there. There's some good ones in here.
Those are good. I'd like to see that 100K sell too.
Yeah, other types of transportation, Steam token. I think they meant STEM, but yeah, same thing. Racing, Spark leasing, decentralization. Ben 68 gets a car on the primary market. That'd be a nice change. Yes. Yeah, showrooms.
Was that you?
No, it wasn't me.
Oh wow, yeah, someone's rooting for you. That's really good.
Oh, there's a couple of good ones in here. Gnomes help production in factories. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Formula One hits Upland. Yes, please. Neighborhood
Oh.
ratings are coming soon. So yeah, there's some good ones in there. And then I believe this is, oh no, not the last one. Next one, what would be the most controversial story in Upland in 2023 from a community perspective? This has got to be yours. That's got to be yours.
It's not mine, but I love it with all my heart.
The usual crybaby stuff.
I freaking love that.
Upland pulls in-game communication, lowering the dividend rate, stolen accounts, Abdullah disappearing. Oh, that's cool. Uplando is a multi-accounter. We're not calling that out. If you're listening on Spotify, this is a response. And Ben 68 is going to send his send fees highs again. Nobody's going to notice for 5 months until somebody makes a snarky comment on Twitter about them. That's a cool throwback to last year. Good on you, whoever put that in. Voting transparency, that'd be nice. Spark exchange that we know of, House of Spark, UCC, that will have to change. In-game chat censorship. Ooh, the owners of Upland. Yeah, there's lots of juicy stuff in here. And I think there was a good one right at the end.
Oh yeah, if they sell, that's right.
Secret property releases again. I mean, we'll see how we go. And the last one, any other predictions you'd like to make about Upland in 2023?
No.
This has got to be yours, Cheese, hasn't it? Is that yours? Upland gets widely popular and level 2 explodes in a great way.
I can't even remember what I did 5 seconds ago, Ben.
All right.
I couldn't find any of mine.
Oh, really?
But I can't remember what I wrote either.
Nice. Props can erect skinny buildings where chodes couldn't squeeze.
I remember what I wrote on this one.
Oh, nice. Do you want to call it out?
Sure.
What'd you say?
Up a little. The other way. Yeah, keep going up. NFT what was that? Cross-chain creates challenges importing NFTs in a like-for-like manner. That's my biggest concern with opening up OMA 3.
Nice. Sports will grow massively in many partnerships. Australia, Sydney will be minted. They'll release the life token. I think all us old timers call it the life token, but that's because that's what it is. But has it been officially changed to STEM? I don't know. This STEM life token is the same thing. Plants and animals.
Not really.
Yes, you'll have to be.
I'm looking at JJ's.
Where's that one?
The Ben go fuck himself one. It's right there. You were there. Right, stop. Go to the left and then go down.
Go to the left. I can't go left. It's up and down.
Hey, and about the STEM though, Edon and them were referring to it as STEM, so it seems like they've adopted the word.
Cool. So it is STEM. Yeah, I believe when it first dropped in the, it might have been in the original white paper, it was mentioning life. And yes, someone will tell me to go F myself publicly and clearly, but without good reason. Yeah, that's a throwback to what I said in, I think it was the Wine and Cheese show, wasn't it? Yeah. So
yeah.
Good on you. New York neighborhoods selling out. NBA joins Upland. That'd be cool. We've got a couple of personal ones. I'll become an executive. Big increase in players. Secondary markets continue to tank in USD. Woohoo. Indoor decor. Yes, well, that's there's a reason that we called our business Samurai Aquatics and Decor, and we didn't call it Samurai Aquatics Outdoor Decor, is because, you know, we have plans for indoor decor as well.
Oh, I think I wrote that one, Indoor Decor.
Oh, there you go. So yes, thank you to everybody who submitted one of those. And what we might do is, while we're on the topic, we'll just give away the 25K for that. If I can find, I was already on it. Not that one. this one. So this is the UDU Podcast prize wheel. So yes, 77 entries on this one for 25K. Who's going to win? So this was, you had to put your Upland name in the entry as well. Scientist, congratulations, 25K on the way for you. Now I'm going to spin this again as a backup, just in case this person didn't give me their Upland name, just in case there's any kerfuffle there. So I'll run this again just as a reserve.
Yeah, you're not a winner for this one unless Scientist doesn't respond.
Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
That can't be real, surely. Foreskin as the backup. All right, I'm going to roll a third backup just in case.
No, that's perfect. Just leave.
I don't trust that. I think somebody's having a laugh.
You better cut that one off.
I know that. There you go, Goldsmith. You're in for a chance. The Goldie's in. I know he's definitely an account. So.
Goldie's the 5 skin.
All right, but I will try. I'll try to get that out to Scientists and the foreskin. Yowzers.
Oh my God.
That was perfect, Joe. I mean, that's just too funny. All right, so that was last week's weekly challenge. This week's weekly challenge is to drop a GIF in the contest channel. Now, pay attention for this one. It's not in the MBE Discord server. This is in the Samurai Aquatics Discord server. Drop a GIF in the contest channel that shows us how keen or uninterested you are for the next massive Samurai Aquatics Outdoor Decor sale. I'll be doubling the prizes this week for next week. So instead of 1,000 UPEX for every entry, it's going to be 2,000 UPEX for every entry, up to a maximum, of course, of 50,000 UPEX. Nice. So that'll buy you a couple of nice pieces from the sale or whatever you want. So yes, that's not in the YouTubes. That's not in the MVE Discord. You must be in the Samurai Aquatics Discord for that one. And make sure you drop it in the contest channel. Otherwise, I'll probably miss it. Link to the description. The link to the Samurai Aquatics Discord is in the description. Now, before we get on the Samurai Aquatics stuff, this week's QIP. If you don't remember what QIP is, QIP stands for Questions, Insights, Provocations, and Statements. So like we did with the survey, we've got a Google form there. It's going to be in all the links, and the links are going to be in the description. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. If at any stage you have an Upland or UDU related question, insight, provocation, or statement that we could dive into, let us know via that Google form. It can be completed anonymously, but if you include your Upland in-game name, however, and we used your submission, I'll send you 5,000 UPEX. This week's QIP was sent to us anonymously, which is a shame because it's a good one. In quotes, as the Upland Metaverse continues to expand into new areas, what is your take on smaller, older, tier 4 and 5 cities, such as cities somewhere near UDU nodes like Bakersfield and Fresno? Are they going to fade and lose value and become dormant communities, or are there ways that they will be rebalanced somehow to have utility as more and more cities emerge in the metaverse? End quote. Great question there. Anybody want to take that on? How are we going to keep old shitberg cities alive?
Old shitberg cities? What is that?
I have ideas.
Yeah. Hit a stack.
Yes.
What do you got?
Wait till second half of 2023.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. Goldie on chat has said layer 2, baby. From my perspective, what was your question, Cheese? What are shitberg cities? They're like old ones like Bakersfield, Fresno, that's, back in the day, they didn't get much love. And now that, everything's flashy and new, people move on to new stuff. We've got Rio and all of the new nodes there. There is a very good node in Bakersfield. Why am I blanking on that? Anybody know? Spark something or other? I don't know. Somebody will remind me in chat, hopefully. BC for Fun has said in chat that, use those city as burner props. I do that in Fresno. I've got a burner village that I use those for burner props. I think a lot of these kind of satellite cities will become invaluable for manufacturing because they have a lot of big properties there. I know we've got the, oh, sorry, thank you, Coop. Yes, that was SPA, the Sparkplug Associates in Bakersfield. Yeah, we're building a big factory and a big showroom and stuff in Fresno. I don't know. I guess it's back on the community. Like if you are heavily invested in one of those cities, you've got to make something there. Spa's a great example. They've been around for a very long time and they're always promoting their stuff. So like we said,
not that, sorry, but not that Upland would have the super incentive to do it. But if they threw a contest out there where it was like whoever bought and sold or traded the most properties in Bakersfield for this month wins a prize, or whatever city that is, that could totally, revamp that city and put it in everybody's mind.
Yeah, those sort of
I
things
wanna
kind
upvote
of
that.
go flashes in the pan though, don't they? It's only temporary.
Yeah, but again, it would help. I mean, look what it did for the FIFA thing. Without that competition, what was FIFA? You know what I mean?
Yep. What were you going to say, Dak?
I just was upvoting his suggestion.
Nice. Yeah, so I think it just comes back to if you're invested in those areas, you got to make it your own. And there's also, who knows with gamification, maybe we'll get something else like treasures where it's going to be important to, hold a treasure map or something like that. I know a lot of people do their spark hunts in some of those smaller cities because the competition isn't as fierce, even though the payouts are a little bit less. Yeah.
So I got a question for you, OGs. When Fresno came out, I heard a rumor that people were buying properties in Fresno because of the concept of spark farming.
Yes.
Or farming in general. Is that true?
Yeah. Same with Bakersfield. When that came out, it was, I forget what the wording was. It was going to be in wastelands or something like that. And people naturally assumed, well, Fresno and Bakersfield is a bit of a wasteland. Apologies if that's where you live. And there was a lot of massive properties. So yeah, people went heavy and the prices were crazy low. I think some of the ones I picked up in Fresno, like at the max, so you're talking just under 5,000 UP squared, were 70,000 UPEX. Yeah,
The other thing,
So
mining in wastelands.
I would just say, don't lose hope on that.
the other thing that was said with that, I don't know if you remember this, Ben, but there was a lot of talk around waterfront properties were going to be necessary for that to happen.
Yeah. So that's still all yet to play out. And they've done a lot of sales of, what do they call those special block explorers? There's a word they use for those. I forget. There's kind of like mining block explorers where there's a head, a torso.
Oh, the terraformers.
That's it. Yeah. Thank you. So we still haven't seen all that play out yet. So yeah. And I don't know, if a lot of people just chase a up squared number. So if you're chasing up squared, that's a good place to go and buy a big lot. Speaking of which, I do have a very nice block for sale in Bakersfield. If you're interested in something coffee themed, it's on Coffee Road. Hit me up with a DM.
Wait a second. So Dak, you're saying don't lose hope on that. I know they didn't have a spark sale this past spark event. Do you think that they're gonna do away with the spark sales and start allowing like farming and whatnot, or no? So what did you mean by don't lose hope on that?
I think STEM and farming will go hand in hand.
Yeah, so it's what's Finsky said here. In the future, instead of new spark being minted, it will be deposited in wastelands, empty areas around the world, and left for uplanders to discover and mine. So Finsky's taken
That's what I just said.
Yeah, that's the original, I think,
idea.
Article is what he's posting.
Yeah, that's what I just said right now.
Yeah, so
yeah, I don't know if they're
And
going to
you
do
were like,
that with
no,
Spark.
no.
No, I wasn't thinking Spark. I am specifically thinking true farming.
All right, no, I was referring to Spark because like they didn't do. Go ahead, Ben. Sorry.
No, I just think I think they just messed that up, or they ran out of time to do the spark sale. I think they had too much else going on. I expect we'll get another spark sale in January. Well, I hope so, because that's what we're gearing up for Samurai Aquatics. Yeah, that was a lot of people bought into that information. So we're just going to have to wait and see. So yes, you're dead right there, Cheese. We just got to wait for more information, as Dak said. Don't hold out hope. If you did buy in those areas, hoping to do that in the future, it may still come to fruition. All right, we're going to move on to the Samurai Aquatics news. Now, I did mention we do have the second big sale coming up. Yeah, that's going to happen on Saturday, the 21st of January. I think the last of the items manufacture on the 20th, so it's going to be pretty tight, but we'll see how we go. I think I had a graphic up for that. So yes, this is it here. Have we got that up? So Saturday, 21st of January, it's going to be a little bit different this time around. We're going to have 3 waves, and I can't read that. Let me move that. Yeah, so wave 1 is going to be at 11 a.m. PT, wave 2 at 3 p.m. PT, and wave 3 at 7 p.m. PT, all on the Saturday, 21st. Now, keep in mind, if you're Australian, New Zealander, or on this side of the world, that's on Sunday. So we've got a good time coverage there. It's going to cover all of the different time zones. And 3 waves this time around because we've slotted in a USD wave. Now, I was very reluctant to pursue this path, as you know, with the previous sale. However, we are about to move into that large factory, and that requires 25 spark to fill that out. And obviously, we want to get multiple factories up and running. So anything that we get in USD balance is going to hopefully be used to buy spark in the coming spark sales. So yes, we did get some feedback through the week, like, why do you have the USD price the same as the UPX price? Well, we're not going to unpeg that in primary sales. That's on the secondary market to sort all that out. So yeah, we're ranging from $21 for the sauna up to $30 for the 10-piece set. And then of course, we're going to have a bunch of the samurai statues as well. That's a lower mint number. So yeah, for each wave, there's going to be 3 each for the 10-piece set, except for the fountain. That was the major feature that we voted on. So there's going to be heaps of those, 37 of those per wave. And there should be 4 of the statues as well. So that's a lot of items. This is much bigger than our first sale. So hopefully there's going to be heaps there for everyone. And if you want to go and check that out, what it looks like, did I do the graphic? Yeah, so you can check out the Samurai Aquatics and Decor showroom. It's at 30 Aqua Vista Way. Like I said, I ground through and got those all lined up nicely, ready to go. And we'll keep stacking those up until the 21st. Anybody have any questions about that? Catch up on chat. No,
it does look good all stacked up like that, gotta say.
I am a bit of a freak for that stuff, unfortunately. All right, so yeah, that's should be happening on Saturday the 21st. We'll promote that here, there, and everywhere as we get closer to the day. All right, now what are we up to? I've done the weekly challenge that's set up. All right, I think it's time to give away some stuff. Thank you to Jazz for sending me the snapshot again. Jazzy Jazz is back in town. Now, Jazz takes that snapshot of who's here earlier in the show. Oh my gosh, we've got to move these out the road. This one. So let's just go through here. We will be nice if you are in the chat. If you came in late and you're not in here, let us know now or you're going to miss out. Oh, D-Tech, you came in late. Is D-Tech still in? I'll put him in there. D-Tech. Anybody else? No? I can't see chat, so if anybody can give me the heads up. All right.
I'm here. My mic was off and I was talking.
Okay, yeah, I've patched you in, D-Tech. Sir Ness, yep. Anybody else going once? Going twice? All right, let's see who's going to play.
Is Kinder in there?
Yeah, he's iPhone.
Kinder? Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
Coop
Finn make it in?
Got it again.
Yep.
Coopy. Are you there, Coop? Yeah, Finn's there. Finn in chat. Let me zap out of there. Oh my gosh, Zoom's pissed me off. Hey there, Finsky, or are you asleep again? Oh no, it's not Finsky. What am I saying, Finsky? It's Coop. I'm all over the place.
Nice.
Coopy doopy.
I don't see Coop.
I don't see Coop. Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times. All right, we're going to go back to it. No, I now got to do bloody share screen again. God, this is shit me to tears today.
Finsky's here.
Yeah, no, I stuffed that up. I said Finsky. It was Coop.
No, I mean, he's in chat. He's saying he's here.
Yeah, sorry, Finsky. Rub salt in the wound. All right, let's try again. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ooh, Dakka dog, Dakka dog. Are you there, dog? Oh no, we're gonna have a triple whammy, are we?
I think he's here.
You there, dog?
Yes.
Give him a minute.
Somebody's impersonating dog.
Oh, it's
Oh,
me.
I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Well, look at that. It's Finsky. If Dog's not here, it's going to be Finsky.
And Finsky gets $1 million back.
All right. Doesn't look like
Dog is here.
Doesn't
He's
look
just
like
muted.
Dog's here. He's not saying in chat. Finsky's here. All right, let's move on. Cheese, can you bring up the 1 million up its wheels for us? Finn gets a chance at redemption.
Oh,
All righty, Finn, man. You know what? You're on mute too, Cheese, if you didn't know. All right,
Doug
Finn,
is
man.
here.
He's too late, unfortunately. This is a shit fight today. What's going on, people?
I said, well, I put it in the chat, but it's okay.
Oh, mate. Apologies for that. What is happening? This is just a cluster. Finn, are you even there? Yes. Okay, Cheese, you just run it whenever because there's too much of a delay between. Please. Otherwise, we're going to be here all freaking day. All right, Finn, let's see if we can get some redemption. He's just missed the 25,000 and he's got the 1,000. Australia is far for the delay, God, he says. I would assume you're rolling again, Finn. Let's roll it again, unless he says, yep, he said yes.
so do I point out you forgot to ask for the catchphrase?
Yeah, he gets double.
I did too. He gets double, so the pressure's on. He's dropped down to 500. Obviously, he's going to go for the 1 million.
I hope you win the million, Finn.
That would be poetic justice.
That would be redemption.
That would be. Let's go. Let's give it away. 2 million.
And I'm gonna try to spin this.
And then
alright,
we got to remember to do the other ones, the other rolls.
Come on, come on.
Come on, Finn. It's coming around. It's coming around. Oh, just ticked over. Oh, 2 more cheese NFTs. Congratulations, Finn. 2 by more cheese NFTs on the way.
Hey, you know, we totally haven't been giving away any NFTs too, and I have some of those Hasbro retro toys. So if you want to spin for one of those things, Mr. Monopoly or something after you're done, totally down.
Let's do that now, shall we? This is going to be for the, I believe, Kevin Loader has donated a sauna and a jacuzzi, Samurai Aquatics. So this first roll is going to be for the sauna, I believe. Let's see. Who's going to win the sauna?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, Shack or Shelter? Shackdaland, congratulations.
Oh, yay.
Hits Kevin Loader up and claim your prize.
Oh,
Oh, thank you. That makes
You're
me
welcome.
happy.
No worries. All right, yeah, I believe the next one's a jacuzzi. Let's see who's going to win the jacuzzi. Oh, D-Tech might have it. Oh, we'll have to roll that again, surely. D-Tech, we rolling that again, or you want to claim that?
Sure,
one?
yeah, roll it again.
Yeah, that'd be
I'll
a
just
bit weird, wouldn't it?
I'll just cry. He's so.
I'll just cry. And there we go. That's good on you, Coop. Now, you didn't have to be in for this one, so that is Coop, and that's redemption for missing out on the 1 million Upex wheels. All right, Joe, what are we giving away? Some NFTs?
Yeah. I've got a Mr. Monopoly, and then I'll choose a random. I know I have a cool Mr. Monopoly, and that's Upland related, and then I'll choose one of the other ones. So for
All
sure,
right.
Monopoly, something else.
2 rolls for this one then.
Monopoly.
Kinda's
Oh.
just missed it.
Nowhere.
Cade, get in contact with Joe to claim your prize.
Hey, and I should also mention, I forgot, we talk about the redeemables for Funko.
Yep.
Rob actually got one. Rob's getting a Furby redeemable. I don't know if he talked about that already.
Yeah, I think he pulled that live on the show, didn't you, Rob? I think he did. He was buying packs while we were live. All right, let's do one more roll. So this is for the second NFT. Whoa, Kinda's just missed it again, or has he got it? Grizzly, congratulations. Hit Joe up to claim your prize. Yeah, where's this friggin' button? Apologies for that. So what did we have? 25,000 on the way for Scientist, Foreskin, or the Goldsmith. 2 NFTs for Finsky Man. And Shaq and Coop are going to sort that out. All right, I'll fix that up on the back end. A reminder that to go in the running for the 1 million UpX wheels, you need to be in the Zoom at the very least, and everything else I'll forget, and we just work out as it goes. And if you have an Upland NFT or Metaverse product, service, or event to promote, opportunities are always available for sponsorship and engagement in the UDU podcast. This includes feature spotlights on the UDU podcast or long-form deep dives that we can do on the Wine and Cheese Show. Contact myself or More Cheese to discuss and secure your spots. All proceeds go towards giveaways and prizes on the podcast. And speaking of sponsors, don't forget to jump in and check out the Upland Property Advisors Discord server, the UPA, especially if you already have properties in Hollis, Queens, or in Sunrise in Las Vegas. The link to their Discord is in the description. If nothing else major comes up in the interim, next week we might dive into some of the how to UDU and how to Upland segments, as it's been quite a while since we've done any of those. Anybody else have anything to add before we get out of here today? A little bit of an early mark. 25K for UDU contests. What are you saying? Is there a new city release soon? Yes, Buenos Aires would be the next one, unless they squeeze another one in. Buenos Aires, because that was Argentina won the World Cup. When, we don't know. Right, and I don't know what that is, so we'll move on. All right, Cheese, I think we're ready. Like and subscribe, rate and review Spruik and spam. Apparently, some people don't know what Spruik means. It means to run your mouth here, there, and everywhere. Spread the word, help promote the show, get other people involved. Thank you, Cheese. Wrap us up, please.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
And where's the button? Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready. Sorry. Get yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the metaverse, do you? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on. We got saunas to fire you up and ice baths to chew you the fudge out. Literally, stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating, and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz, and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on Outdoor Decor.